Welcome back, everybody. It is Wukepedia, and I have a lot to tell you. So, first off, this little guy. Hey there. How's it going? It is an Elvis villager. I don't know where he came from. And that little guy, he looks like a bookshelf guy, or the white robe dudes. But he's got little extra lines on him. So some mod is adding additional villagers. I don't want you to grow up there though. You need to not be there. So I have an infinite villager breeder. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But I'm working on a trade right here with this guy. Alright, I don't want emeralds for Certus, quartz dust. Other way around, buddy. Why don't you just settle down? And there's another blacksmith in there. These blacksmiths, they'll trade Certus for stuff. So, trying to get a better trade. I want to get a nice, good emerald to Certus quartz trade again. So this one, he only got one, which is it's got to be just insanely impossible to get, and then 1-to-1 again there. And then I have the 2-to-1 for Certus quartz, which I've done a ton of, and a bunch of other trades, but trying to get. See, so this guy's pretty much useless. I don't want to feed him a bunch of emeralds. So this guy will be next. I think I'm going to just kill him. Yep, I did that. This guy's still decent because he has the same trades, and he could get other stuff, but he can't get the good Certus dust trade because he's only got the one. But the first one that I had found, he had like 20 or something, 15 or 20 Certus dust for 1 emerald. So I'm looking for another one of them. And then here's my gravestone vendor and whatnot. Anyway, so we'll go outside. I'm moving my base. That little square over there is the start of my next big build. It's not going to be a square, I promise. This is just the very start. I'm going to be doing a rough shape. There's going to be a huge extension out this way. It's going to be like a spaceship, and I'll do a little bit of a progress update on that here and there. And these aren't going to stay square. I'm going to be shaving off probably 2 or 3 levels here. And it's going to arc up and then arc back down over. Wow, this is big. Okay, over there. And I did a little bit of math in it and stuff, so I think I've got an idea of what I want. So there's going to be like, this is the basement, this is this first main level, and that whole part will be open over there towards the front. And this will be my second floor, and I'm going to be setting up the ME. A fair warning for people with deep storage units, maybe don't pump items into them. Slain by, okay. Because I pumped like 70,000 potatoes into this, and it's only got the potatoes that I put in there afterwards. But like I pumped saplings in there. I pumped 1,000,000 planks into here and it worked fine. Birch saplings that got all ate up. Like all of this stuff I pumped in here, and every now and then some of them just didn't take. So all of my rubber, or I don't know, maybe I didn't pump the rubber, but it's all gone. Some of the stuff I got to keep, some of the stuff I didn't. So be careful with that. I've got the wrath lamps on the ceiling, but it doesn't cover all the corners and stuff since I put this floor in. And I think this whole floor is eventually going to be kind of flat. There might be a little bit of a middle section that it'll kind of stare down to. Like it'll come out to like here and then just step down, and this will be like a bottom floor. I'm going to be doing a big yellow reactor. Big reactor, a yellowite reactor. I'm thinking it's going to be kind of towards the front, but I may be wrong. Depends on how big I want to go with it and whether I want to do the actively cooled or the passively cooled. So they might end up going across the whole stretch of it. It might be pretty huge. We don't know. Haven't decided yet, and this is probably going to stay there forever. It's just probably going to put one on each corner too, just for ease of access. But it's going to get better. You'll see a whole lot more of that. Grew up some redwood trees and turned off the farms. We're doing some troubleshooting on some lag. And turns out the ICBM turrets that I had in here all these bad boys. They're causing quite a bit of lag, server lag. So turrets are maybe not something that you guys can mass on a server unless it's just you and a buddy or something. But if there's a couple more people, and got rid of them. I put 2 tainted sheep in with my chickens, and they killed everything in there. They turned the taint. I didn't think the taint would spread from the animals. Thought it was more of like a world gen thing, and killed all the chickens, and the sheep eventually died too. I don't know how they died, but maybe somebody came over and killed them because they were hostile actually. They'd attack me every time. So Boat wanted his magical pyramid gun. I got rid of it with the filler. Didn't take too long. He's really going to town on this stuff. Rune of self-sacrifice. Ooh, he's got regeneration going on. What's that? Stores raw current owner. Alright, we'll just leave that there. He's getting quite a bit of a flesh heap here. Ooh, what's this? Soul Armor Forge. What? These are 2 different mods. I don't know what he's doing. He's crazy. But Mob Farm, I would assume, is still working quite well. Haven't been down there in a while. But yeah, I've been busy, but I just haven't really had a lot of stuff to record, and I do have a little bit of a backlog on YouTube, so this is kind of delayed and whatnot too. So, but I'm turning off the farms for now. I'll turn them back on because I lost most of the stuff that I kind of wanted, and right. So I was trading, but it's there. Okay, villagers. I put the villagers in a spot where they wouldn't be chunk loaded all the time, and then only when I'm on, I'll have an anchor out here so that they'll breed. There's a really good video for a tutorial on how to make this. It basically spawns villagers infinitely, and then I'm just looking for blacksmiths, and I'll pull them out as they are babies, and I'll put them somewhere else to grow up. So when they grow up, they stand in the water, they swim up, and if that wasn't blocked off, they would swim up and over there. Without the lava, I had the lava to kill any extras that came by. I wasn't sure how it would all work, and I didn't want to leave them breeding infinitely overnight because it's an exponential growth, because all of these babies are going to make babies once they grow up. So you could have, you know, only like 10 or 15 there now, but by the time you wake up in the morning, or if you forgot to check it in the morning and then you went to work and came back, there could be a million of these and your server wouldn't be on anymore. But basically you have to have this stuff down here. A single villager by himself. There's maybe multiple methods of doing this as well, but it's just 6 doors. You want to let it up so mobs don't spawn, and then you just trap them in there, and they'll kick the babies out to the side. You need soul sand, whatever, and then it'll come up here. You could come out the side and whatever. I thought it was kind of cool coming out the top, and all you need is a bucket to get rid of that lava, and you'd have a little chamber full of new villagers. But this is kind of an AFK spot for me, but I put a warning sign, do not AFK here, so if somebody doesn't know what this is, they, you know, who knows? People are dumb sometimes. But yeah, moving the base, definitely not a lot of content with that because I'm just transferring items and trying to set up my machines again, and some going to be doing the new power source. I'll do a little bit more of a detailed video on that once I decide how big, what type, and whatever. I think I have to do a passively cooled first to get the plutonium, which is needed for something. Yeah, more info on that. But these reactors, they have the potential to produce so much power, and they're using the yellorium ore for power production. And I have a little bit of yellorite, yellorium, whatever it's called. Yellow. Let's turn them into blocks. And like people are getting some crazy numbers. Like, I think what did I just put on my disassembler in there? yellow. I think Snipe ran his entire base overnight just on like a low setting for power, just kind of trickle charging everything. But functioning at least, accepting and processing ore from a quarry automatically. And he used like 8 or 10 bars, so even triple or 4 times that. I've got a little while, and then once you're producing, 8 or 9,000 RF a tick from a the multi-block structure, then you just start running a laser drill, and you get more yellowite than you end up burning, supposedly. So it's kind of an infinite cycle of power begets more ore, begets more power, and then once you get enough power, you build another reactor, and you get another laser drill. Because laser drills literally just create the ore. They just focus their laser at bedrock, and then once it's on bedrock, it just creates ore as if you were quarrying. So it's kind of like a server-friendly version, another server-friendly version of getting materials without having to tear up your server and do a lot of calculations and things. But this was just kind of a quick update for today, and letting you guys know what's going on. So those fields are beautiful when they're like that. Oh, that harvester was still pulling that stuff up. Why haven't you replanted? No seeds. Alright. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll keep you updated. And if you are interested in what the spaceship will look like, I guess I could give you a little bit of a spoiler if you're interested. Search Daedalus. See you later, guys.